Has it ever crossed your mind how warfare has transitioned from primitive combat to the high-tech battles of today? Let's journey back to the dawn of warfare, the era of ancient warfare, a time before 300 AD, when battles were primarily close-quarter combats. Soldiers wielded handheld weapons like swords, spears, and axes, relying on their physical strength, discipline, and strategic formations to conquer their adversaries. Imagine the iconic phalanx formation of the Greeks or the disciplined legions of the Romans. These were not mere band of warriors, but well-orchestrated machines of war, each soldier a cog in the larger mechanism. Battles were not just about brute force, but also about strategy, coordination, and discipline. Wars during this period were often decided by sieges of fortified cities. The battles of Thermopylae and Marathon are classic examples of this era, showcasing the significance of strategic planning and cunning tactics in warfare. Even as the world evolved, so did the art of warfare, continually adapting to new technologies and strategies. From the disciplined legions of ancient times, we move into the era of knights and castles. The medieval period, spanning from 300 AD to 1500 AD, brought with it significant changes to warfare. Heavy armor, such as plate mail, was introduced, giving rise to the iconic mounted knights. These knights, clad in their shining armor, became the centerpiece of many a battlefield, their prowess and valor the stuff of legends. But the battlefield wasn't just a stage for knights. It was also the proving ground for innovative siege weapons like catapults and trebuchets, which were used to lay waste to the fortified cities of the time. Castles, with their high walls and strategic locations, emerged as key defensive structures, often determining the outcome of conflicts. And let's not forget the unsung heroes of this era, the archers. Armed with longbows and crossbows, these warriors played pivotal roles in battles like the Battle of Hastings and the Crusades. Their precision and deadly force from a distance added a new dimension to warfare. But as with all things, change was on the horizon. The advent of gunpowder was about to revolutionize warfare, ushering in a new age of conflict. Imagine a world transformed by the discovery of a single compound, gunpowder. This was the reality of the gunpowder revolution, a period spanning from the 15th to the 19th centuries. The invention of gunpowder fundamentally rewrote the rules of warfare. It was a game changer, prompting a shift from brute force and close-quarter combat to battles fought from a distance. The impact was profound. Muskets, cannons, and artillery became the dominant weapons of war, replacing the swords and spears of yore. With these new weapons came a change in tactics. The rigid massed formations of the past gave way to more flexible strategies. Armies had to adapt or perish. But the revolution didn't stop on land. The seas became a critical theater of war. Advances in shipbuilding and weaponry allowed nations to project their power across oceans, heralding the age of naval warfare. Key battles and wars of this era, like the American Revolution and the Napoleonic Wars, bear witness to the transformative power of gunpowder. As the world entered the 20th century, warfare was about to become more devastating than ever before. In the wake of the 20th century, the Industrial Revolution had a profound effect on warfare. The era of industrial warfare was characterized by two world-altering conflicts, World War I and II. World War I saw the introduction of trench warfare, a defensive strategy designed to protect soldiers from the devastating firepower of machine guns and heavy artillery. These weapons, products of industrial mass production, significantly increased the scale and lethality of battles. The war also saw the first use of chemical weapons, introducing a terrifying new dimension to the battlefield. The skies weren't left untouched either. Airplanes, initially used for reconnaissance, soon became weaponized, fundamentally transforming warfare by introducing a new theater of operations, the air. Then came World War II, a war that pushed the boundaries of technology and industrial capacity even further. Tanks, previously in their infancy, now rolled across battlefields en masse, transforming the dynamics of land warfare. The war also witnessed the emergence of aircraft carriers, turning naval warfare into a game of long-range power projection. But perhaps the most impactful innovation was the atomic bomb, a weapon of unprecedented destructive power that signaled the dawn of the nuclear age. Alongside this, we also saw the dawn of electronic warfare, with technologies like radar and cryptography playing crucial roles in the conflict. The end of World War II marked the beginning of a new era in warfare, shaped by political tensions and technological advancements. In the aftermath of World War II, the face of warfare changed dramatically. The Cold War, a period marked by political tension and proxy conflicts, brought the world to the brink of nuclear war. It was a chess game of power, with each move echoing across the globe. The late 20th century also saw the emergence of precision-guided weapons, a shift that revolutionized the battlefield. Gone were the days of mass formations and widespread destruction. Instead, the focus shifted to surgical strikes and minimizing collateral damage. The rise of drones further elevated this precision, allowing for real-time, remote-controlled operations with unprecedented accuracy. Alongside these advancements, the digital age ushered in a new kind of warfare, cyber warfare. As our world became increasingly interconnected, so too did our vulnerabilities. Cyber attacks could cripple economies, disrupt communications, and sow chaos, all without a single shot being fired. But warfare wasn't just about technology. It was also about tactics. Special operations forces became vital components of modern militaries, conducting clandestine missions and unconventional warfare. The fight against terrorism, often waged in the shadows, demanded a new approach. Counterinsurgency strategies emerged, emphasizing the importance of winning hearts and minds alongside battles. The modern battlefield is complex and multifaceted. Dominance is no longer about sheer numbers or firepower, but about technological superiority. Asymmetric warfare, where non-state actors and terrorist organizations challenge traditional military forces, adds another layer of complexity. Globalization has blurred the lines of conflict. Economic sanctions, cyber attacks, and proxy wars can have far-reaching consequences, making the entire world a potential battlefield. In this interconnected landscape, information control is paramount. Securing and controlling the flow of information can mean the difference between victory and defeat. As we look towards the future, the transformation of warfare continues, with technology and ethics at the forefront of the discussion. From the ancient battles fought with spears and swords to the unseen battles of the digital age, warfare has undergone a dramatic transformation. We've journeyed through time, witnessing the evolution of combat from close-quarter clashes to the rise of knights and castles. We've seen how the gunpowder revolution and industrialization of war drastically changed the battlefield, introducing new tactics and weapons of unprecedented power. In the modern era, we've observed the rise of precision-guided weapons, drones, cyber warfare, and information warfare, and how these advancements have shifted the dynamics of conflict. The battlefield of today is not just on land, sea, or air, but also in the digital realm, where a war of information is constantly being waged. As we look towards the future, we see continued advancements in technology, further blurring the lines between conventional and unconventional tactics. The rise of artificial intelligence, robotics, and autonomous weapon systems are changing the landscape of warfare, making it more complex and unpredictable than ever. As we continue to advance, the ethical considerations surrounding warfare will become increasingly important, reminding us that while the methods of war may change, the human element remains